Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, the mighty mega spammer, and truth be told, I'm really kinda sleepy right about now and I could really use a nap. That said, I did have quite a busy week, put behind me, and now I know that tomorrow I'll probably be not in a mood for recording, so I do need to record something tonight. Otherwise, videos are not gonna record themselves, let's just put it this way. So, here I am, making a sacrifice for you. That said, I do enjoy those sacrifices. Playing video games is hardly a hard work. It's just sometimes a little bit tiring. Anyway, my warriors, they are trying to take on the barbarian warriors, and they're going to have to heal up if they want to continue their mighty quest. And those workers, just like I said last time, they're going to make a road over here so it's a little bit easier for my units to cross those mountains. I'm not sure, however, I might be forced to make another piece of road over here so that my units can... the thing is that when units enter a mountain, they lose more movement points. But it doesn't happen if they are continuously on the road. The thing is, I'm not sure if this counts as being continuously on the road. I'm not sure if there shouldn't be a road over here as well, in order for my units to actually be able to move around here smoothly. I'll see. I guess I'll do some tests and whatnot. Now, I have had a suggestion, a fairly interesting one as well, that maybe because London is so well defended, I should not actually attack it and instead go for the Indonesians, because they are... look at Surabaya. It's wide open for attacks, there's planes everywhere, attacking it would be a piece of cake. Speaking of which, that's the thing though, this guy actually apparently likes me, and I do like when he likes me, and the thing is, even if he didn't do that, I would not have attacked him anyway. Why is that, you may ask? Well, the thing is, Indonesians are really good trade partners. I mean, after they establish cities on new continents, they've got some unique luxury resources that only they can get, and they can trade with you, obviously, so being friends with them is usually beneficial to you, because you can get some, unusual luxury resources, and does boost your happiness by quite a bit. Also, the other thing is that the Indonesians did care about me. In fact, right now they actually like me for whatever reason. But the English, they don't like me because, first of all, they think that I'm a warmonger, which I am, but that's a different matter entirely. And secondly, they want my lands, and that is a problem. So, yet another reason to actually try and conquer London, as difficult as it might be. Also, the other thing is, when you go into demographic stuff, as you can see, well, actually, that's not the case anymore, but in the previous time before I started recording, I could see that England is on the last place in terms of manufactured goods. Even if it isn't now, it's probably like second to last. So it's definitely far behind in terms of the amount of production it can make. It actually has, I mean. Which is, hardly surprising since it is surrounded by jungle, which is great for food, not so much in terms of production though. So that actually does make sense. So English, they are not the best when it comes to production, which means that they cannot really put up a fight when it comes to military. The only thing they have going for them is good terrain and powerful city in terms, that being London. But the thing is, they have the highest population. Given enough time, they can convert this highest population into basically anything else. Highest production, highest crop yield, highest everything. And I cannot allow that to happen. Also, having London for myself would be very beneficial, because even though, yes, after I conquer it, like most of the buildings inside London will be bad and the population will be slaughtered by my angry soldiers, but some of it will remain, and since there's so much people in London already, there will be quite a few people left in London for me to actually control, which will be mildly beneficial. So that's one thing. Okay. Some more pirates are scouring the area, that's not too bad. Charles Darwin, nice to see you here, sir. Obviously, I'm not going to use him to discard technology, this would be a waste. I would much rather use him to improve a tile, and I'm thinking that I'll replace one of the forest tiles somewhere, and this one looks like it is going to be a decent one. However, first, I need to make sure that my queue is queued up. My queue is queued up. Good job, self. Do I have access to my Iron Man guys? Iron Man. I mean, swordsmen. I guess they're kinda Iron Man. I mean, they are using iron after all. Whatever, let's just ignore what I was saying That's why let's make an academy. It will give me plus 10 science per 10, which is a big deal. A really, really effing big deal. Don't make no mistakes about that. And since I'm Korea, I'll obviously gain more science than I usually would. So that's very beneficial to me. Also clear the forest, which also gave me a little bit of additional production, because hey, why not? Production is always awesome. Now, as for Busan, I'm not too sure what to do over here. I mean, National College is something I need, but I would preferably want to have it in my capital for obvious reasons, plus 50% science. I'm pretty sure it only applies to the city that National College is built in, and thus having it in your capital is, you know, usually a pretty good idea. So I think I might actually go for Colosseum, because my happiness is going a little bit low, and I'll continuously gain more population in my city, and I'll soon try to conquer another city, so having a Colosseum somewhere is probably something I need to do, otherwise I might run into some problems relatively quickly. Now, you the worker, you probably have to go to this forest tile, and I'll clear it, chop it down as well. I don't care about no lumberjacks, no, I mean, how are they called? The other improvements you can make. Give me a second. They are called lumber mills, there we go, not lumberjacks, lumber mills. Almost the same, really. But anyway, I could care less about them. I do need more food around Busan. I might actually make a a lumber mill over here, but I'll think about that. I will think about that indeed. Actually, I'll probably go over here, chop this forest down, and then make a mine, because hey, why not? Mines are awesome. Also, you just continue making roads, because roads are fun, and let's advance to the next stand while also drinking water, because yes, I am kind of thirsty, so excuse me for a second. The essence of life fills my belly, and it feels nice. Don't know what that was all about.
To strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, my catapult has been finished, and because I now have the barracks, it has been immediately leveled up. Obviously, I'm gonna go for barrage, because, you know, London, as we all know, in the middle of the jungle, that's really real life London. I should probably stop making those jokes, because one day I might actually start losing subscribers as a direct result of those jokes. But, you know, you shouldn't care too much now, should you? Anyway, let's go for meritocracy, I mean, obviously. And grab a free grade engineer, which is something I always do. I could go for a free great prophet, but I'm about to get my great prophet, and there are still two religions to be founded, so I should get my great prophet relatively soon. Now, you may have noticed that I actually have more faith than it is necessary for me to make a great prophet, but it is a random chance to actually generate one. And knowing my luck, it will take me forever to get my great prophet, so I hope it will happen before somebody else makes it. Anyway, this great engineer, Benjamin Franklin, oh, that's kind of cool that I got him. He will allow me to make a wonder instantly, whatever this wonder is. Obviously, I'm not going to waste Benjamin Franklin on a national wonder, but when I gain access to some kind of world wonder, then yes, I'll gladly use this guy. Obviously, I could also use him to make a manufactory, which is largely beneficial. I mean, it does give me a lot of production, but I do need some more wonders, in my honest opinion, and I still have a chance to get them before AI. I mean, soon enough they'll gain such a big advantage that this would never be possible, even with my great engineers. And so far, wonders are the only thing that is giving me so much good scores. So, you know, wonders for the win as it is right now. Anyway, you just continue making roads. I'm going to run into a budget deficit relatively soon-ish, so I should start thinking about the patches. I can make a swordsman, buy out a swordsman for free, and I will indeed do just that. So that's one swordsman, and I'll be able to actually make a few more soon enough. My production is actually pretty good, I have to admit, but I do need catapults. Catapults are really what you need to take down cities, and obviously I do intend to take down some cities. So let's end my turn, and in the next turn I'll actually go into my advisors screen and see how strong I am in relative to the English, because they are obviously the people I'm trying to conquer and kill and murder them all and grab their loot and stuff. So I definitely do require powerful military to do that, as you are obviously aware. So dear sir, how strong am I compared to the English? They are stronger than me, which is still a little bit scary, but at least he's just saying that they are stronger and nothing else, which means that they are slightly stronger, almost as strong as I am. So I'm getting them. I still not do not have the military to actually, you know, fight against it, especially in this rough terrain. But after a while, I will have what it takes. Also, I will probably try to get a great engineer, I mean, not great engineer, great general as soon as possible, which is when I get the next policy, which should probably happen before I actually launch my assault against the British. So, where do I want to make my next piece of road? I guess over here is a decent idea. Here or here would make no difference basically, but this allows me to get to this costa faster, to embark in case I feel like embarking. So yeah, there we go, let's end the 10. Actually, I do want to go to demographics to see where I stand. My soldiers are actually, wow, I still have the smallest military, but I'm getting close to the world's average. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep, you know, anyway. I'm getting close to the world's average, so it's not too bad. My literacy is still in the second place, but now that I gained my academy, I should start getting more science than most other players. I mean, I'm not trying to say that other players do not have an academy. They very well might, but hopefully they do not. Anyway, there is the thing. I do want to test if entering this hill town does consume additional movement points, so I'm not gonna enter it just now, because, you know, testing is important and stuff. So yeah, let's do that. Yuri says just sit around here, do nothing whatsoever, because I don't need those guys to do anything. And yeah, actually I can probably attack this barbarian captain now, and I should be able to take it in the next 10 without any real problems, and then gain some additional honor as the direct, not honor, but character as a direct result. Then spend it in the honor policy tree and get my free great general, because I do need a great general. If I want to have even a chance at conquering London, it's definitely what I need. I mean, without a great general, I'm probably dead. Either that or discipline. Discipline would actually help me out quite a bit as well, because my units will be all cramped together, and having this bonus applied to all of them will probably be helpful. But great general is, in my opinion, a little bit more important right now. I think I could actually be miscalculating, but you know, great generals are great. So yeah. Anyway, got some gold and some culture because of, you know, this encampment been cleared, and Yuri said, let's just chop this forest down, who cares about forests anyway. I'm like the Asgard of this game, I'm just burning everything. And yeah, entering this hill town does actually consume a movement, so I need to make one more piece of road, which is annoying because I'm losing so much gold, it's unbelievable, and definitely not something I feel too comfortable with. Anyway, Yuri catapult, you just stay there and do absolutely nothing of value. I will need to surprise those warriors and hopefully kill them before they can do anything of use. And what was that all about?
Ja, Casimir Wielki. Witam cię na ziemiach Wielkiego Królestwa Polskiego.
Hej, tak, bardzo mi miło. Ja jestem z jakiejś takiej mieściny, w jakiejś wsi. Kompletnie nie umiem mówić jak prawdziwy król, ale czuję się bardzo dobrze udając takowego. Dziękuję, jestem z Jackowa. I'm sorry, I just had to mock this guy. Seriously, with all due respect, actually no, without any respect whatsoever, the guy they had to voice, you know, the voice actor they had to give voice to Casimir the Third, that's not how a king sounds, let's just put it this way, especially not a Polish king. I would expect something a little bit more manly, a lot more manly. He's obviously, you know, a Pole from that is not actually in you know, doesn't actually live in Poland. He's obviously an American Pole, I would say. Not like I have anything against American Poles, it's just the Polish is a little bit weird, and this guy certainly does have a little bit of a weird Polish. Anyway, let's stop this digression. Whatever. Digression, that's what I was trying to say, and I just noticed that there's actually an eagle behind this guy. Kinda cool. Anyway, dear sir, I would love...
Zamieniam się w słuch.
Aha, tak, to się zamień, bo mam zamiar mieć ambasadę w twoim wspaniałym mieście i jeżeli mi tylko powiesz jakieś słowo przeciw, to ci po prostu zmiażdżę i nie mam pojęcia, co jeszcze ci powiedzieć. Sorry, it's just me talking in Polish, and I'm actually saying random stuff that doesn't make much sense because, oh, I don't want to demand anything, I want to trade. What does this guy have to trade? Wine! Well, we do have some wine in Poland, but it's not particularly good, it really isn't, because our climate is like the total opposite of a climate that you are supposed to have for wine. Strawberries, we have the best! I mean, shut up! I mean, if you ever ate strawberries that were not Polish strawberries, you ate pretty bad strawberries. Let's just put it this way. No, I'm not even arguing with you. There are no strawberries that are as good as Polish strawberries, period. You can say whatever you want about Poland, we have many flaws and whatnot. Oh, you pay for this in time. Anyway, Poland has a lot of flaws, but our strawberries are just amazing. And if you never ate Polish strawberries, then you're missing out on a lot. Then again, you have to be careful. You don't want to just eat imported strawberries or anything like that. You have to actually be in Poland and visit some kind of farm or something, because in supermarkets you want to just sell crap that, you know, is good for tourists and whatnot. But Polish strawberries, real Polish strawberries that you buy on the side of the road or somewhere in the middle of nowhere from an elderly lady or a guy or something, those are worth dying for and killing for and anything. So yeah, just saying. Anyway, I keep talking about nonsense, which I guess is why you're watching my channel, because that's what I do. I do try to, you know, provide you with some decent commentary, but I also have no problems, you know, talking about random stuff as well. Anyway, I need to start moving my warriors back, because apparently those barbarians are going to make an embarked assault on my walkers. In fact, I can do this in this stance, so I better be careful. Actually, I'm going to retreat my walkers right now. So, England denounced me. I could care less, because I already am friends with Indonesia, so that's that. This catapult is just going to sit right here, because I've got no problem with it sitting here. And you just go over here. I don't want those guys to be too close to the British borders, because then the British will be like, hey, I guess it means war, right? And then I cannot really say no, it doesn't to them, because everybody will hate me for that. For lying, basically. Apparently people really hate liars, at least the AI do in this game. Anyway, what do I need after this additional catapult? I'm guessing, I mean, I do love chariot archers, but they will be useless in this rough terrain over there. So maybe another catapult. I do need a lot of them if I want to conquer London. So let's have a quick look at Vazar. The Polish Empire is not to be trifled with, well, it never was, at least not until the modern age. So Ottomans, Indonesian, and the English Empire are still stronger than us. Come on, how can they be still stronger? Whatever, I'll get to that eventually. I still have the smallest amount of soldiers. And I'm the worst in terms of crop yield, which is actually really bad. And Poland is the best, which is really scary. But I'm getting there, and at least my science is the best, as it should be, as it very well should be. Even though I'm still not in medieval and everybody else apparently is. Anyway, let's have a quick look at Warsaw. Apparently they're going for greater good. Is that the kind of random religion I would pick for us? Because there is a lot of random religions over here. I'm trying to think if... Look, Lizzie. You are pretty cool and stuff. I mean, you did make a wonderful empire that was very big and stuff. But seriously, you think that you can withstand my wrath? You're obviously making a big mistake, so beware the consequences. Oh, there will be plenty of them. I'm actually serious. I'm going to do everything to kill her. And hey, there we go. The Great Prophet. So I guess we can have a quick look at the religions and see what kind of religion the Poland was not giving us default with this default strange religions mod. I mean, what would I give us, honestly? Something that is all about arguing and being occasionally grumpy and also very proud of ourselves and at the same time not. So, like, what would that be? I mean, really. Sith order? Actually, this would kind of fit. No, I'm just kidding. It actually wouldn't. It is actually a kind of tough choice, I have to admit. If it's a pink unicorn faithful, why not? You know what? Maybe unitology would actually kind of fit. No, it really wouldn't. I guess it wouldn't. I guess it is a tough nut to crack. What kind of random religion to give to Poland? I probably chaos belief. That's definitely what it is. Ever since its foundation, Poland was just a chaos. You know, this thing that provides chaos to all of its neighbors, and everybody hates us for it. So I guess chaos belief is what would fit us quite nicely. Anyway, what do I want? Last time I made for Space Butterfly Cult, so this time I'm thinking about something else. I do want the Brotherhood of Nod to be my icon, because it's a wonderful icon, and you know, CNC Games is what started my video gaming career. It was actually Red Alert 3 that started it, but it is a part of the CNC Games after all. So how am I going to call this? I had the good idea, but I forgot it. So I'll be right back because I need to think about something nice, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I couldn't come up with anything that was actually witty, so I guess spiraling jelly it is. I mean, when you look at this sign of the Brotherhood of Not closely, you can see that it is actually not the scorpion's tail that you can see inside of it. It is actually jelly being spiraled into some sort of thingy. Look, nobody knows why this jelly is spiraling, but that's the part of the code, okay? It's just so godlike in its spirally nature that this jelly is actually, you know, being a religion to many people. And I'm also really surprised because not a single year thought that grabbing Tav is a good idea, which is by far the best founder belief that you can get. It gives you +1 god for every 4 followers of this religion. That's a huge amount of god you can get from this, and there's nothing that can match up to it. I mean, literally nothing. There are like maybe 2 founder beliefs that are decent as well, but even they are worse. So Tav is always everybody rushes to get, and AI never got it, which is really silly. My follow belief will be monasteries. I do love a lot of other beliefs. However, the monasteries, the thing about them is that they give me +2 faith and +2 character, and even more when I've got wine or incense. I've got a ton of incense, so monasteries is actually going to be pretty good. After I enhance my religion, I'll probably also go for religious community, because it's actually kind of nice. Also in the plot because as much as I am a warmonger, I am also not going to be warmonger like this whole time, so I guess this is nice. So let's found a religion. Yes, spiraling. Actually, why there? It looks like there's a break between, like there's a space in spiraling. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, spiraling jelly. There we go. Okay, found a religion. Spiraling jelly. Fear my spiraling jelly. It is about to spiral you all to jelliness. I guess after you know, use as much incense as my people do, spiraling jelly actually becomes a thing in their life, and they cannot actually control themselves. They just keep thinking about the spiraling jelly and the awesomeness that it conveys. It's just, you know, spiraling jelly is a thing. You cannot argue with that, really. I mean, whatever you try to say about it, it doesn't matter. Because you know that the spiraling jelly is going to get you. It is going to be... It is the most wonderful of jellies. It's like this meat jelly, but it also has this fruity flavor to it. It's really quite incredible. Nothing like you've ever tasted before, but it is definitely not for everyone. Only the most, not benevolent, but the most vigorous of followers can even be allowed to imagine how a spiraling jelly would taste like. And obviously, nobody but the great prophet Lizard von Guankintom has ever tasted the spiraling jelly. He only got a little bit of it, but he said himself that the spiraling jelly was actually a thing. It was, and it really was spiraling. I know, it's crazy, but it actually was. What am I talking about? That's what happens when you record videos late. You talk about the most nonsensical nonsense you could ever come up with, and you actually turn it into a legit lore. I guess it's really time for me. Hey, why do my units? Oh, there we go. I guess it's really time for me to finish working on my new faction in my mod pack for Endless Space, because really, I have not been doing this for too long, but I've been doing so many other things I didn't have the time to do it, really, unfortunately. Anyway, you might be surprised that I'm actually allowed to make a farm on this hill, which is something that you usually are unable to do. The reason why that is, and oh, don't settle over here. Do not settle over here. Anyway, the reason why that is because there's actually a freshwater source nearby, and when there is a freshwater source nearby, you can make farms even on a hill. And Oasis counts as a freshwater source, so that's why. Anyway, thing is, if this guy just wants to settle like over here, let's say, then I'm actually fine with this. But if he goes like too close to this town, like 1, 2, 3. I'll need to keep an eye on this guy. Maybe I'll just say it outright that, dude, do not settle next to me because I will not take kindly to this. I mean, I don't want to offend him at all. He's my friend. We've been friends to each other since a long time. We've been trading a lot, even though right now we're not trading anymore because there's no reason to. But I could give them some iron, except I'm not going to. But still, you know, I don't want to anger them. So if they like settle over here, I'm good with that. I really, really am. So anyway, City of Soul can attack somebody. They banned my instance, the bastard. What am I going to sneeze now? Sneeze? What? Sniff. Whatever. Do you sniff incense? Well, I guess my people do. So yeah, deal with that. I guess I'll chop down this forest while I'm at it. I mean, I cannot have my walkers next to those barbarians because this would be a problem, so yeah. Busan, my friendly city, what do I want to do with you? I guess, actually, a good idea would be to use this city to actually make a cargo ship, because I do need one. Although a walkboat is also necessary, so let's actually make a bunch of walkboats. You just sit here and do absolutely nothing worth. I'm sending this guy to make a road over on this town, so that then I can move to London a little bit faster. I hope you understand. Anyway, you also do nothing, because there's nothing I need you to do. I need somebody to keep an eye out on those Indonesian guys, but right now it's not really on the top of my priorities list. So you sit over here. I do not move those guys too close to the English border, because as I said, I'm not ready to declare war on Elizabeth just yet, and I cannot afford to aggro her. If I aggro her, things will go really dicey and I'll probably have no chance to attack. The only chance I've got is to attack her, to take her by surprise. And anyway, ooh, guy Hamada made Hagia Sophia. This is going to be really annoying because Hagia Sophia is actually a pretty good wonder. And it just made a religion, which is also very annoying. This will, you know, this will be a conflict of interest between us, because we will both try to get our own religions, you know, we will both try to get our religions to be the dominant ones, and this will be really tough. Also, why am I losing so much gold all of a sudden? As in literally, oh, I see. I was giving him incense and he was giving gold, and he didn't ask to renew this deal, which is mildly annoying, but I can do something about that. Selamar indeed, so, wait. Oh, I've got no access to incense because it was banned by the stupid barbarians. That's the worst. Anyway, let's deal with that. Formicat's cat has been founded. Yeah, whatever, yada. City of Pusan wants crabs. Well, they will actually get those crabs, funnily enough, so that's not really a problem. And this seller is not where he needs to be, so... sorry guy, but I need to talk to you about this. I know you will... We are friends. We really are. Let's see if we can trade with like anything at all, so that he is fine. Actually, I'm going to give him 4 iron. I don't really need this, and let's see what he gives me in return. I don't care about horses, but some gold would be nice. How about 6 for 4 iron? He likes it. How about, well, actually, let's leave it like that. I could maybe make a bargain with selling gold per 10 for 4 iron, but I want him to like me, so let's just say that this is a good trade. He agreed it, so now let's just ask him to not settle new cities again near us. He will probably agree because we do have our declaration of friendship, but he will not like us as much anytime soon, so too bad, I guess. What? Okay, apparently he actually is going to ignore me completely and settle his city anyway. Well, that's certainly not something I expected. 1, 2, that's too close. I will not be able to settle a city over here if he settles a city over here. I have to conquer him at some point in time, at some point in the future. Not right now, however, I've got plenty of time. You see, I'll deal with that. I'll pretend like I don't... make it look like I don't care. I honestly do, but I'll just deal with that, although it annoys me greatly, as one might imagine. Let's make sure he doesn't go too extreme. Let's actually block this tower with my walker so that they cannot go too close. And actually let's block this tower with my walker as well so that they cannot go over here. And I doubt that the AI will want to settle on a stone, so let's do just that. I'm being nasty, but they deserve it, no matter how you look at this. Anyway, that's that. I guess something else needs orders. Oh, the spearmen. Just stay over here and do nothing. And see if they make a city right over here or not. If they grab this oasis, this will be kind of annoying, but there won't be much I can do about this. I should have bought this tile, but whatever. Also, I'm still losing a ton of gold. Oh yeah, because I still didn't renew the deal because I still didn't have access to this instance. And they actually moved over here to this tile. Holy Toledo. Indonesians, they are so nasty. I'll have to kill them one day. Whatever.
Welcome to the medieval.
Again! Usually this guy gives a cool text like the Emperor, something, kingdom, something, awesome, something. And now he just says, welcome to medieval era. No, leave me alone because you don't deserve my attention. Really, guy? Really? Anyway, let's start researching something new. What would that be, you may ask? I have no idea, but I guess rushing Alhambra would be a decent idea. Either that, or actually I could rush Notre Dame, which is probably an even better idea. Besides, I do need to start working on my workshops, so let's actually do that. Alhambra is amazing. I don't think I'll get it though, because AA loves rushing for it, and Notre Dame is good in its own right, so let's pretend like I don't care. I do, but let's pretend that I don't. Anyway, somebody enhanced and religion, that's whatever. The deal where Elizabeth Friday move God has ended. This is really bad. So can attack barbarians. Please kill them all. Of course you didn't. They banned all my incense, so that's just jelly. If you can say jelly about this kind of things, whatever. Anyway, you just said just go over here. Make sure they cannot settle like anywhere close to where I am, because this would be so annoying. They're going to settle over here, I think, or maybe on this forest tower. Either way, it's going to be very annoying. It will be a relatively easy city to take, but I would rather not have to take it at all, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you just got to sleep for now. I need to block those towers, annoyingly enough. You keep, you know, being careful. You keep being careful as well. Those were actually, I'm kind of happy that those workers are improving this town, because when you pillage a town, then you also regain health, and that's always so very useful. Anyway, I now have access to new world wonders, and I do want to rush them with my great guy. Must be built in the holy cities. Free missionaries appear. That's pretty decent. I mean, free missionaries are not the best, but it is decent. And I could use some free missionaries. Besides, having a new wonder is nice, and it does give you quite a bit of faith per turn. They want to save this guy for a different wonder, however. I don't think so. It will take me a while to get to Notre Dame. Probably by this point I'll get a great engineer anyway. Actually, I won't. You know what? Whatever. Having those missionaries will actually be pretty good, because it will solve my gold problem, and I do need to solve my gold problem, because keep in mind, I don't have tithe. The more followers I've got, the more gold I earn, and thus my missionaries will be fairly useful to my cause. Anyway, you just sit here and do nothing and see what the Indonesians do. I'm really annoyed that they are just like, well, we want to settle a city over here, so we're just going to do it, and you cannot do anything about that. Really annoying, and they actually are friends with me. I cannot believe this. I should not have signed this friends treaty, because then I would have just been... Seriously? Those guys, hopefully all of a sudden a pirate comes in and just kidnaps the seller. I would be so happy.
When you realize how perfect everything is, you will tilt your head back and laugh at the sky.
That's actually a pretty decent, you know, bit of soundtrack in the background. I do like it. Anyway, I actually just realized that this videocast is fairly lengthy already, so I should actually probably consider ending it sometime soon, but I want to finish this 10, so I'll finish this 10, and then I'll actually finish my soundtrack, and finally the brute has died. I get some character out of this. You just heal up, because there isn't much else I can do with you. Chichen Itza has been completed by Suleiman. Enemy spawned in my borders. Well, that's old news, old man. So that's that. Let's make sure that those guys cannot actually set over here. So let's move my people by a bit, like so. It is really quite annoying, as you might imagine, but hey, sometimes you have to do, you know, go for extreme measures in order for AI to not be able to settle a city where you don't want them to. So anyway, let's go over there, and ooh, Chris Swordsman, those guys look scary. Anyway, send a missionary to the north so that he can start spreading my religion to Busan and then to other cities as well. This missionary will start going south to Monaco. I will not spread my religion to Monaco just yet, because I want them to ask me to spread it to Monaco first. Which will be a thing, actually. They will probably ask me to do so. I'm not going to send any missionaries to London either, actually. I might have to, because there's already another religion over there. But the thing is that I'm going to lose. They'll have this attrition negative penalty once they enter the English border. But I guess I could do it. I mean, I might as well. Then again, being able to send my religion to Istanbul and whatnot, and make sure that it's powerful over there, it's probably an even better deal. So let's actually make sure that my missionary is nearby over there. That's a pretty good idea. Let's add some stuff to the queue. I have decent military right now. I'll get one more swordsman, I think. And then start working on national epic, because I really need it. Yeah, let's get one more swordsman, so then my military is actually considerable. You just said just stand over here, do nothing. You... I don't need this guy to stand here and do nothing anymore, so he can start moving in this direction, like so. I don't know why I moved this guy over here, but whatever, it just happened. And let's end my 10 and Immortal. It was PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer. If you somehow managed to enjoy my videocast, then please by all means like it. Maybe even subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Leave a comment, I do enjoy them, reading them a great deal, and they help me out a lot. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online and I'll end this cast as soon as the 10 ends, because I don't want there to be any nasty surprises. There aren't any, so thank you for watching again, and I'll see you online.